Towpath Distillery. Towpath Distillery, an award-winning craft distillery located in Akron, Ohio. Towpath Distillery focuses on high-quality spirits carefully made in small batches. Towpath's lineup includes an ultra-smooth, award-winning premium vodka, a small batch silver rum made from the highest-grade molasses, an American craft gin made with 9 botanicals, and a blended straight bourbon made from corn and rye. Towpath Distillery, now available locally and in 46 states. Visit towpath-distillery.com to place your order online or find an OHLQ retailer near you. Towpath Distillery, handcrafted, award-winning, small batch, local, and family-owned.
It's time for the Burning River Sportscast. Another season of fun, friends, and f***ery is upon us as the Browns wrap up their offseason and transition into a live-action role play of your favorite football team. LARPing. It's week 0, and things already don't look good. As the old adage says, if you have 4 quarterbacks, you have a lot of quarterbacks. Franchise favorite Nicholas Jamal Chubb is getting bigger in Texas. Players are getting arrested so frequently that even Jimmy Haslam is extremely frustrated. Larceny is the only crime we condone around these parts. Myles said it's not stealing if you threaten to retire, but hey, at least the early part of the schedule looks like a cakewalk. What should be a time of optimism and hope feels a lot like walking into the Battle of Hastings, and we're not the Duke of Normandy. But that's why we're here, right? To languish, to lament, and try to find any shred of anything to hold on to that makes us believe one more time in the possibility of prosperity along the lakeshore. And we'll break it all down for you next on the Burning River Sportscast. I'm down 60 pounds, but I'm still fat.
Nice.
Hulk Hogan, obviously, just immortal no more, but
It's cool to be from
Right.
Cleveland.
I mean, I agree with you, but
Midwest,
yeah.
beef, corn.
Beef. One, why do we have Kenny Pickett?
And meanwhile,
doing
the
charity
reports
work.
every day are Dylan Gabriel sucks every day. He's getting smaller as we go.
Inaccurate.
He
Keeps
actually
shrinking.
shrank 2 inches since he's been in camp.
He's lost 30 pounds since May, and he's still 464 pounds.
Nice.
Hell.
That's a man.
So was Cleveland what you expected? And he's like, yeah, so I got here.
Does he talk like that?
Felt good. And,
Is Ozzy Osbourne here? Well, it's Middle Earth.
Yeah. Well, it's Middle Earth, you know? This new nurse came in, and the first thing he did was he had to wipe my ass. And I looked at him, and I said, real power move, huh?
I honestly am flabbergasted.
yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
Your immediate instinct was you shouldn't have felt that way. You should
turn this around.
should have established a dominance.
Yeah.
Gangster.
Right.
I can't do this. The show's over. Show's over. Welcome into the Burning River Sportscast, presented by the fine folks at Tabit Media. I'm Kenny Thunder, joined today by my good friend and counterpart, who was once an ugly duckling, and now he's just ugly. He's Red Hot Ronnie Jams.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
In better news, the Bone Man is back from seminary with his expert quips and intuitive religious insights to cover all the theocratic happenings inside the Browns locker room. Bone, how's your vow of celibacy going?
Man. It's not going well.
She's having so much sex. It's not going well.
It ain't good.
Didn't see that coming. back to Red Hot. Where can our listeners find the dopest dope they ever heard on podcasts, the number one ranked football podcast, and all the good pods, as well as the unofficial podcast?
I like how
Cleveland Browns backers everywhere.
somehow in the official podcast of some Cleveland Brown backers somewhere. I like how we became a number one football podcast on good pods, and half the time we don't even talk about football.
We dabble.
You can find our podcast wherever you get your podcasts. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Podcast, Castro, Good Pods, where we are a number one ranked football podcast, and so many more. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, the only place you can find our video podcast. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Handle for all those at Burning River Sportscast, and we are on X as well with the handle at Burning River Pod. While you're at it, check out our merch, www.thetappingmedia.com/shop. All kinds of stuff in there. That's gonna be revamped here soon, so you guys will see a bunch of new shit in there. So I don't know whenever I get time.
I'm down 60 pounds, but I'm still fat.
Nice, looking good, my man.
I didn't even have to make that joke.
It's been a long off season.
Don't adjust your screens if you're watching the YouTube version. He is smaller. Today on the show, this is what you can look forward to.
Semaglutide is a hell of a drug.
We're catching you up on all the off-season happenings. None of them are really good. Taking a look at training camp and looking forward to the preseason, or kind of looking forward to the preseason. We're gearing up for another top-notch year from the Burning River Sportscast to coincide with a bottom-tier effort from our beloved Cleveland Browns.
That could not be more accurate.
Guys, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know. The Browns are going to lose.
The melancholy tunes of Red Hot Ronnie James.
But I don't give a shit. Football season is back. We don't have a news story of the week this week, so let me just remind everybody. Let's get things started by reminding you to call the Burning River Sportscast. I'm so fucked up. The
Hot Take Hotline.
Yeah, that thing.
Don't forget to call and leave your hot takes on the Hot Take Hotline. Remember, these are hot takes. We want hot takes and only hot takes. We take hot takes all the time. We take hot takes and hot cakes.
We want hot
takes.
We want hot takes.
We want hot takes.
330-227-8080.
330-227-8080.
330-227-8080.
330-227-8080. Call now, operators.
Guys, this is our first show of the season, and we are just a mess.
Nobody is standing by.
It went off the rails when you started calling it my melancholy. Anyways, let's get into the Burning River Rundown here. Do we have some music? The Burning River Rundown.
Off to a hot start, boys.
This is good. Hey, before we get into the Burning River Rundown, like the meat of the Burning River Rundown.
Pre-river.
Yeah, pre-river. Pre-rundown. Pre-rundown.
This is pre-run.
Yeah.
It was just a little pre-run.
Let's just take a moment.
There's no real run in it.
Moment of silence.
For what?
Let's take the moment of silence first. Just trust me on this.
Okay.
All right, that's for Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, two legends.
Legends.
They went back to back, literally like a day apart. I think it was a day apart.
Well, and we also had Theo from Theo Huxtable.
Yeah, he died
From
that
Cosby Show.
Cosby Show, yeah.
Yeah.
And that the dude that played the saxophone or whatever he played.
Yeah. What was his name? Mangione?
I don't know this
Mangione. Yeah, Chuck Mangione.
Chuck Mangione?
Yeah, so much of a legend only Kenny remembered who he was.
Rough last couple of weeks. I mean, the Hulkster was devastating.
No disrespect to Chuck Mangione and his family.
I mean, R.I.P. I mean, but devastating week in this celebrity funeral world.
Terrible. Especially, obviously, we feel for all those families and everything, but Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, just absolute titans in their respective industries.
I mean, here's the thing. If you got to die...
My life never ends.
Live your life like Ozzy and the Hulk, because those guys had quite a run.
You know what's crazy? Like Ozzy Osbourne, by all accounts, like everybody that ever met that guy loved him, but he was just no pun intended here, batshit crazy. Like, just every time he talks, you're like, what are you even saying, man?
Yeah, I mean,
But apparently just the sweetest guy.
you know, it's funny. It's like there's all this health advice, like, oh, don't drink Diet Pop, don't eat eggs, don't drink coffee. It's like Ozzy Osbourne was just doing hookers and cocaine for like 60 years, and like he was still kicking right up to the end.
I actually read an article that they did like a study on his like blood, and he like metabolized all the shit, like the alcohol, the drugs, all
All the
that
chemical
shit.
substances.
Yeah, like he metabolized it so fast. That was why he never really saw like a ton of long-term effects from it.
Well,
funny
other
enough,
than the fact that he couldn't understand anything he said.
oh yeah. I mean, there was that, but you know, he was there.
Challenged his brain a little bit.
Yeah, but
Well, like he was still like performing, doing like live performances in
yeah,
places.
that's what I mean. Like funny,
Basically, right up till the end.
funny enough though, caffeine was like his kryptonite. Like if he couldn't drink coffee or anything with caffeine in it because it would like just send him off the walls.
I mean, something's going to get us all, you know. Nobody makes it out alive.
Yeah, and then Hulk Hogan obviously just immortal no more, but
It's a hard game to play, to be the immortal one forever.
he can only be immortal for so long.
Be immortal for so long. Is that the epitaph?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's probably too soon for these jokes, but no, we loved Hawk. I know growing up, WrestleMania 6. Both those guys are dead.
Ultimate Warrior.
He's dead too.
He's gone.
But yeah, I mean, I just remember growing up, like even getting into middle school, high school, and we would go over to your house and watch WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Yeah.
Did you ever come to any of the WrestleManias in high school with like
I don't know about high school, but yeah, I watched some WrestleMania.
You probably were at some at Scouts.
Probably. Yeah. Keeners,
yeah.
Sorry. Keeners.
Bleep that one.
that one guy we knew in high school.
Yeah.
Did you? I think
But Red Hot Ronnie and I, we took it pretty deep because we were getting WrestleMania like when we were in college together.
Oh yeah, well we went down to Florida for college together.
Yeah, we were living together, just getting WrestleMania.
And yeah, just in our apartment, we were. The last big one was
by ourselves.
The last big one,
23 years old.
The last big one was The Rock versus Cena,
Yeah.
and then The Miz was like playing third wheel.
Yeah, I mean, The Miz is must-see TV.
Well, yeah, awesome. Shout out to The Miz. He is a Cleveland fan.
Yeah,
he predicted the
Cleveland. Yeah,
I actually blame him for the season last year though, because he predicted infamously predicted the Browns would go undefeated last year.
Yeah,
Wow.
They said, how's this game going to go? Win.
I also
Win.
I have a small grudge against the Miz because I think it bills himself from like Florida or somewhere now. Like he was
a man.
originally from Cleveland.
Be
Ohio.
a man.
I think he bills himself now out of some other place, Hollywood, Florida, or somewhere. So
It's the whole persona. He's got to be cool.
I mean, it's cool to be from
Right.
Cleveland,
I mean, I agree with you, but
Midwest,
yeah.
beef, corn,
Beef.
the lake.
Yeah, okay. But let's get into some Browns news here.
Beef.
So, the Burning River rundown for you guys. We'll start with Myles Garrett, contract extension this offseason, obviously. Remember, this is kind of a recap of a lot of offseason happening. So,
This is the recap.
I know.
This is the first show out of the gate.
Yeah, I know that's not necessarily news, but we're going to talk about it here. Total value of this contract: $160 million over 4 years. Average annual salary comes out to $40 million. Guaranteed money $123. We'll just call it 123.6.
Most money for a non-quarterback at
Ever.
the time.
At the time. And he does have a no trade clause in there, which is unique. That doesn't happen a lot in the NFL. So that's pretty cool. for him,
I mean, still
guess.
just miffed about how that whole thing went down. I mean, it was just.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Unnecessary.
We'll talk about that in a minute. You mentioned at the time it was the highest for a non-quarterback. Not to be outdone, like 2 weeks later, TJ Watt gets a new deal, and he beat him by like $1 million.
Yeah,
So because he had to.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that Dak Prescott that got the $1 million more than in guaranteed money than
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Now like 14
just-
people have
just a
gotten
game
$1 million
now.
more than that. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Myles Garrett locked in for another 4 years. You know, I love Myles Garrett. We're actually later this season we're going to be giving away some Myles Garrett memorabilia. But I mean, did we really win?
It was just unnecessary. I mean, the whole thing just left a bad taste in my mouth, and there was just no reason for it.
Well,
Like we weren't going to pay him.
They had been saying publicly they were going to pay him. They said that the entire time, and he's like, "That's it. I want to trade. If you're not going to sign me," and they're like, "We are going to sign you." And he's like, "Ah,
Yeah.
Just come talk to us.
Okay, I guess I'll take the money." I just don't. I don't really know what it accomplished.
It was a giant waste of time and a giant reach around in the offseason. So
Yeah, as if we didn't have enough distractions this offseason.
Yeah, which brings us to
No. We're not going there yet. We're going to start with the next up here in the Burning River Rundown, the brown Alpha Dog uniforms.
Are you digging these?
I actually do like them. I like the whole. There's a lot of jokes you can make because they're just a brown out now.
Yeah.
But I like the overall look of the uniform. My biggest critique of this thing is I would have liked it better if they would have kept the 2 orange stripes on the sleeve and on the pants from the Color Rush jersey back in the day. Like the popular one when Baker was here.
I miss Baker.
He's up there.
Yeah, big head. To be honest, the brown helmet doesn't do anything for me. I mean, all this uniform stuff doesn't do much for me at all. I think, like you said, it just kind of adds to the fodder of like joking about the Browns. Like, all right, great, you're the Browns and you have a brown helmet.
You guys are literally the Browns now.
You're the Browns. Like, I don't know.
What are they? They're the Browns.
Like, if you're gonna do alternate uniforms and stuff, like, I'm more of a fan of like, I don't know, like the steel grays. Like, just do something like that's just out there. That's really a neutral from where you are normally.
Right, just like go on a limb and be like, it's inspired by our old face mask. Or like just do a gray uniform.
Or like if they had done the brown helmet with the new dog logo, like in orange on it, like something like that might have been cool. Like, it's not really the Browns helmet when it becomes a brown helmet.
Yeah, like last year we did white, now we did brown.
These are classic because they're the Browns helmets and they've been that way for 60 years.
Yeah, those are dope. But now we've done white, we've done brown. We're officially out of ideas for helmets, guys. That's it. That's all we've got. So unless we put a logo on there, we're done. We have no other ideas.
Does nothing for me.
Yeah.
On to the next.
All right. Jordan Hicks retired. It took him
big blow.
It took him approximately 2 weeks of camp to decide I don't want to be any part of this shit show.
Devastating.
So he's done.
Yeah. I thought he was retired when he signed here, so.
Yeah. On top of that, we still don't know if JOK will ever play again.
That's still the saddest news of the offseason.
Yep.
Absolutely.
He kind of said like he wants this is what I gathered at least, is what they're saying is he could possibly play one day. He wants to play again, but nobody still knows if he can play again.
It's a tough spot. He's still so young.
Yeah.
You'd like to think you have more years ahead of you, but at this point, he's going to be gone from the game for so long.
Yeah.
Like just the rehab in general, like to get back to.
You're talking
is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's going to be at least 2 years between snaps, right? So.
Yeah, and it's still just a devastating injury.
Yeah.
He's already been ruled out for this entire season, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe so, right?
That's what I thought. I thought I heard.
Yeah, I thought that was
yeah.
He like posted that message or whatever about it.
So basically, though, we have no linebackers.
Except
we got that
the rookie
guy.
or
the
new
rookie.
guy.
We'll talk about him in a little bit, but I mean, we have no veteran presence in our linebacking core.
I mean, do we have like strong veterans in other parts of the team that are going to be the unassailable difference between 5 and 13, 5 and 12?
We'll get to how our roster stacks up against everyone else's here in a little bit, but that's kind of injury news. That's some retirement news. The fact that we don't have any linebackers. Let's go on to legal issues.
Yeah, things just get worse.
Yeah, Quinshon Judkins, our second round running back out of Ohio State. Don't usually like to bash Ohio State players, but what the fuck?
We got to stop drafting Ohio State guys in the second round.
And
that's 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and it's like the same thing. I just don't. What is wrong with these guys? Like, what is wrong with it? The weirdest part is it's not even just the Browns. Like, obviously, a lot of guys on the Browns has happened, but it happens across the NFL. What is wrong with these guys? I think you made the comment. What was your comment about a lottery ticket?
Yeah, I mean, you're standing in line waiting to cash a lottery ticket. I mean, you're looking at creating generational wealth for you and your family, and the opportunity to play a kid's game for a king's ransom. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing anything besides football? Period. Like, especially with weeks leading up to the season. Why are you doing anything besides football? You should be eating right, sleeping right, training, and in your playbook. That's it. Like,
get in your playbook.
I mean, what else do you do? You're a professional football player. This is what you worked your entire life for.
I don't know. Like you said, especially like the Browns have all but said they're giving you the keys as the running back. Like, you're the guy.
Yeah,
you're 100% the guy.
It's disappointing because he was one of the guys that I was the most excited about seeing. That I thought
I think we all were.
He could play. He could play a real wild card type of role, a Cordero Patterson, Deebo Samuel type role, where he can do a lot of different things. And I was excited to see how they would implement him into the offense. I don't have a lot of faith in Kevin Stefanski to do great things, but I was still interested.
Yeah,
and he had potential. So,
well, the craziest thing is he also had the size to I was actually looking forward to him potentially being the 3-down back guy, and then everybody else turns into the spellbacks, and we just get him in there when we need to. But I mean, yeah, it's just disappointing all around. He had so much potential, and at this point, they're still holding on to the rights, but I don't know what they're going to do signing wise. I mean, he's the only guy in the first or second round that remains unsigned for good reason. I'm assuming they're going to try and leverage it to say you're the only second rounder that doesn't have their entire contract guaranteed.
Yeah, and I guess it's probably too soon to totally write him off, right? We've seen guys come back from really bad circumstances before, and maybe this is the final kick in the pants of I'm not going to do anything besides football, and I need to get my life right. But at the end of the day, this is very similar to what we went through last year, and I think it's important that we also don't shy away from the fact that the accusations are grave. You can't hit women.
It's not like it's a he said she said. There's evidence and there's substantial there's corroborating stuff here that points to the fact that he legitimately did this. It wasn't maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
I just take the I don't know, whitewashing that goes along. I mean, you see the stories in the Plain Dealer and on ESPN, and it's Browns players battling legal issues or stuff like it's Let's call it what it is.
Browns player hit another woman.
That's
another Brown third one in 2 years.
And
by my count,
we kind of gloss over that fact because we want to watch these guys play ball. And so,
I mean, what is the dude? 220, 6 foot. Just massive, solid,
huge guy,
solid muscle.
Well, and while we're on that topic, we'll throw Devin Bush in there too. So Devin Bush, the other one that got accused of domestic violence, and those that makes up the 3. So those 2 and Mike Hall from last year. And it's what are you guys doing? And I guess I know these guys are Browns. And to your point, maybe they'll bounce back and they'll better themselves and be better moving forward. I guess my whole lament is against football players doing this in general. I'm not trying to single out these guys. It's not because I have anything against these guys. My point...
we were big fans. We were waiting for him to do great things.
I was hoping for good things. My point is, in general, what the hell is wrong with you? Anybody in society would kill to be in your position.
Yeah.
And this is what you do with it. You instantly throw it away.
I can't...
Over something so stupid.
I can't reconcile that mindset.
Right.
Look, we're all married. Y'all have stupid fights.
Yep.
You get angry at marriage is hard. When was the last time you ever even thought in the back of your mind I might hit this woman?
Right.
It just never crosses your mind.
I think for
it's not a thing.
It's not a
normal
normal reaction.
That doesn't cross your mind.
That should ever be a thought.
And that's where, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, and we can go even broader, across all sports. I don't know if it's a sense of entitlement for pro athletes or a sense of, they've never had to live in the real world. They can't cope with, you can't touch me. They can't cope with normal problems that people have because their whole lives have probably not been very normal. I don't know what it is, but why does this keep happening? It's just, it's...
I don't know, but it does, and it's bad, and it's especially bad for the Browns. It's a bad look, for the league and for the Browns, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess this is why you draft 2 running backs. Yeah,
to that point, Dylan Sampson's going to have a huge shot at meaningful carries this year, with the fact that who knows if or when Judkins will join the team. And then the Browns also this week signed Travion Williams as insurance. Just because they need more running backs. So, good thing they didn't.
We had a guy that played here that was pretty
He was just
good.
the epitome of character and a true professional.
He was an all right player, too.
Face of the franchise for multiple years.
Yeah, did everything right ever.
Decent guy.
Probably my favorite Cleveland Brown of all time.
really productive in his time here.
What happened to him?
He's down in Houston. That's Nicholas Jamal Chubb.
We didn't want to pay him.
No, we don't want to pay him.
Like the veterans minimum to stick around.
Nope, we wanted this guy.
Not even just to be a source of good intention and goodwill in your locker room, a veteran presence to show the young guys.
Like seriously,
here's how to be a professional.
Imagine if the first person that Quinshawn Judkins met when he walked into Berea, into the facilities in Berea, was
right.
Nick Chubb.
It's 100% right. Because
like, where would he be now? Probably not where he's at.
You meet guys like that, and it does have an effect on you as a young person, especially. You want to emulate those behaviors and become those people. And those kinds of guys are worth their weight in gold in an NFL locker room because they do have an impact. And whether they ever rush for 1,400 yards or 20 touchdowns, like that doesn't mean that they don't have lasting value and impact in your space.
Yeah, and I didn't expect to get into this conversation, but this is where analytics goes off the rails for me.
Sure.
Because analytics would tell you to get rid of Nick Chubb
30 years
all
old,
day,
come off
every day.
Injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. But to your point, we all see it. We all know what he meant to the locker room, to the city, to the organization, and you literally couldn't pay basically the veterans minimum to keep him here.
Go back to
what the hell?
It's one of the beautiful things about the human condition, right? The emotions and things that we can't explain, like why do humans do and like music? Like it doesn't serve an evolutionary purpose, but like to go back to the feeling when Nick Chubb hit the field for the first time after his injury, like that was in everybody, and in that stadium you could feel it. It was palpable, like.
And then Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles. Sorry, I had to.
But like, and those are the things that make sports great. But I digress. I mean, ultimately, like
I could talk about Nick
the Browns
Chubb all
are
day.
in a heap of trouble at the running back position. We'll see if Dylan Sampson.
I miss those days when we could just talk about Nick Chubb just running people over and scoring touchdowns all day.
Yeah,
we can't do that anymore.
Good times.
So Judkins, Devin Bush, both with legal issues. Who knows what's going to go on with them? Speaking of another guy with legal issues, I just mentioned him, Deshaun Watson.
His are mostly resolved, right?
Yeah, well, except for more just randomly come out here and there. There's probably at least 10 more that we don't know about. But yeah, he still thinks he's going to play for the Browns again. So I know he's been posting on Instagram talking about a comeback. I mean, if we wanted some comeback, we probably would have taken it off his forehead.
His?
Somebody's. I don't know.
Easy there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's making Instagram videos. I don't know. Like, hopefully he doesn't injure his Achilles doing that.
He's just the worst.
Is staff and coaching and management still like, oh yeah, you have a shot. You know, is that what they're telling him or what?
Wasn't it Andrew Berry that randomly
talking about?
Everybody, including the media, kind of shut the door on it. Like most of the organization. Then randomly, Andrew Berry had like a conversation.
Well, because even Jimmy was like, well, it was a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, they basically admitted they made a mistake.
But I think Andrew Berry after that came back and was like, I mean, he's on the roster.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and even today, if you're watching NFL Network at all today, like they're running stories about the Browns' 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah, even though he's not playing because he's whatever, he's on the injured list and not there. We still technically have 5 quarterbacks on the roster.
I mean, I guess it's a tough spot to be in. I mean, what do you do if you're him?
You can't cut him because it's just dead.
I mean, but if you're him, like, what do you do besides try and maintain some kind of positive attitude and outlook on, like...
I just think you lay low and don't do anything.
Well, that's... I mean,
not
I would probably retire.
Well, yeah, I probably would too. But I'm saying, like, I would have never done that stuff in the first place, and I'd still be on the field. But let's be clear. But no, I mean, if you're him, like, you should just keep your mouth shut and work out and try and get back to it and take whatever you can get.
Well, that's true too. You probably just
stop posting Instagram videos and just let it
get
be.
Yourself healthy and wait for your next opportunity.
That's the best thing. Because how tone deaf do you look when you're sitting here posting comeback videos?
Yeah, it's a bad luck.
Maybe he saw Manziel do it and he thought it was cool.
There's a guy that you can learn from.
Is he trying to get his 30 for 30 on like
comeback
Netflix
season?
Yeah. All right, yeah. So speaking of quarterbacks, though, he's not a quarterback. He's never going to be the quarterback for the Browns again. But let's talk about the other quarterbacks because obviously that's the hot button issue with the Browns right now. They got 4 quarterbacks on the roster, and let me just sum it up, and then we'll talk about the quarterbacks. So we got Joe Flacco. He's old. We got Kenny Pickett. He's hurt. He wears 2 gloves, and he's got tiny hands.
Tiniest hands in the game.
Itty hands.
Dylan Gabriel. He's short, inaccurate. He's also hurt. And then we got Shedeur Sanders, who's apparently not allowed to throw a pass.
I love how every day there's a camp report. It's like Dylan Gabriel went 3 for 14 at camp today.
I don't have a problem saying his name. Ryder hates Gabriel. Like every chance he gets, this is not an NFL quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I don't put a lot of stock into like the camp numbers when they're like, oh, so and so threw for 2 touchdowns.
They don't matter. They're like 7 on 7.
But when consistently his completion percentage is 25% for the day,
he's got a really good head on his shoulders, though. He can really process information.
Got a really compact throwing motion.
Yeah. So I mean, let's talk about this. Like, obviously, I think we're all in agreement. Like, who should be the starting quarterback day one? Joe Flacco.
I don't know that I'm in agreement there. So let me ask you guys this. I think this is the important thing. What's your best case scenario for the Browns quarterback position this year?
There is no best case scenario.
What's your ideal scenario?
Joe Flacco playing the entire season, and we maybe get a wild card spot. That's the best thing that could happen to the Browns.
I mean, I guess Joe Flacco plays all season, recaptures the magic, you win the Super Bowl.
That's not going to happen.
But then what?
We're back to ground zero.
Winning the Super Bowl would be huge.
I agree. I agree, but then you're just going to be the Browns again next year.
Yeah,
you're going to go from Super Bowl champion to being the Browns again next year, and for a long time.
You're not getting those first quarterbacks that are supposed to be franchise changing.
And they won't let it happen anyways.
Right.
Let's be honest. The management's not going to let it happen.
That's a great point, though, Bone, right? So let's say Joe Flacco plays, and he's mediocre. Maybe you're fighting for a wild card spot. Maybe you're slightly over 500. Now you're out of the running for an early first-round pick to get an Arch Manning.
We do have the Jaguars pick, though. So if they're terrible and they end up in the top, 3, and then you trade away our 32 pick, assuming we win the quarterback in this wild scenario, or assuming we win the Super Bowl.
They drafted Travis Hunter, so they'll probably win more games than we will this year.
Probably not.
He's going to have 20 touchdowns.
They probably will win more games than the Browns. I'm just saying they're also going to be really bad. So.
Yeah. So Red Hot Ronnie Jam's best case scenario is we package our picks together to trade up to get a quarterback.
Well, no, let's be clear. I said there's no way we're winning the Super Bowl, so that scenario is
no. And I've stepped back. Now I'm saying best case scenario. Okay, we're 500 middling. Maybe you're fighting for a wild card spot.
I think in that scenario you could package your first rounds and pot because their first rounds that year. It's not like it's future draft picks. It's that year.
So you're going to package 12 and 20 and get.
And I mean, if you wanted to get up and get like an Arch Manning in the top 3, you probably still have to. You go those 2 and like next year's.
Can this team afford to pass up 2 first-round draft picks on role-playing type guys that are going to be Browns for the next 10 years to take a gamble on a guy like Arch Manning that couldn't even win the starting job in Texas? No,
I'm not a big fan of taking quarterbacks top 5, period. But I also, you're assuming that those guys are going to be Browns for 10 years. The hit rate on first round draft picks in general, and I'm not talking quarterbacks, I'm talking in general, is not good. So, at this point, it's just a crapshoot. So it's just what they value more is all I'm saying. Do they think the quarterback's going to change it, or do they think these guys that are going to be Browns for 10 years are going to change it?
I mean, I still think the track record comparatively to, I think success in the NFL is rare. Comparatively, guys that go in the first, second, and third round have better, longer careers than guys that are drafted in rounds 4 to 7.
Fair.
So you give up, can this team that already mortgaged their future at the quarterback position once with Deshaun Watson and all the trades, you figure since Baker Mayfield left, this team has spent a total of 11 draft picks on the quarterback position just since Baker Mayfield's left.
Yeah, you mentioned in the show opening the old adages, and what's the old adage? If at first you don't succeed, try again. So they're gonna do it.
So then I go back to what's the best case scenario for the Browns quarterback room this year? Is it Joe Flacco wins 8 or 9 games this year and you're respectable and the season's semi-fun to watch?
I think that's legitimately the absolute top.
But then you have no idea what you have in 2 guys that you drafted.
Or Shedeur shows promise. I don't think Dylan Gabriel can.
But how does Shedeur or Dylan Gabriel show promise if they don't play all year?
Yeah,
true. I know. So I guess what I'm saying is for this season, best case scenario is Joe Flacco wins game. That's not what's best for the Browns going forward. It's just not.
Well, and that's where I'm stuck.
I mean, it really isn't. This team that we have put together right now. So let me just skip ahead in the show notes real quick, and we'll come back to this conversation. PFF ranks the Browns as the worst roster in the NFL right now. The worst. So on paper, the Browns are the worst team in the NFL. Given that, yeah, we can't really afford to give up more draft picks. And so...
No, I think you have to start to figure out what is your future plan, because you have two quarterbacks right now on this roster that potentially could be long-term starters, but if they don't get a chance to play, you're kicking that can down the road.
Right.
And then you're jeopardizing potentially your chance to get another top guy early in the draft next year, but now you have two quarterbacks that didn't play. So now we're looking at three quarterbacks that are young next year going into camp. The worst thing that they could have possibly done was
take
draft
two quarterbacks.
Both quarterbacks. It would be an easier pill to swallow right now if you had Joe Flacco and you had Kenny Pickett as a veteran backup guy that could be there just in case, and you had a Dylan Gabriel as a developmental piece that if he saw action in 3 games this year, you kind of go,
the only way you salvage this is one of the rookies has to be cut or traded. They have to be.
Well,
it's the only way, because then you can focus on the other rookie as your project.
Or one of those rookies comes out and lights up the preseason and starts week 1 and becomes...
If that happens, the other one's getting cut
Jaden
or traded.
Daniels.
That's what's going to happen. They're going to get rid of the other one, because there's no point in taking up a roster spot with them.
Can you cut a guy that you a quarterback that you drafted?
Come on, this is Andrew Berry. The shine has worn off of Andrew Berry, and everybody knows he's not good at drafting. He's really good with numbers.
He's still employed.
I know.
He's still employed.
I'm just saying, like,
he still has a GM in front of his name.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you act like this is unheard of. Like, it's not.
I'm not saying it's unheard. I'm just trying to figure out at this point, because here's the thing. I'm in a really bad spot with the Browns right now. Are
you jumping ship? You gonna be a new fan of someone else?
I'm a lifelong Browns fan.
No way.
But I'm so disappointed in just lingering off of the failure of last year to the point where I've never been less optimistic about the future of this team.
Fair.
And I don't see anything good coming of this season outside of the fact that maybe you can find the guy that will be your quarterback for the next few years. But if Joe Flacco plays most of the year or all year, like, you're not even going to get a sample size that's worthy enough to know, are you taking one of these guys into camp next year as your number one and using those 2 first-round draft picks on guys that could play a wide receiver, offensive line, a defensive, a linebacker? Like,
100% agree with you there. But my problem is, like... One, why do we have Kenny Pickett?
It's like you can just go around this quarterback carousel because there's so much stupidity and absurdity around it.
So they brought back Joe Flacco, which
was actually they probably had to do.
Yeah,
they owed the fans that at the very least.
They brought back Joe Flacco,
with Nick Chubb,
but then
Deshaun Watson. You had to at least bring Joe Flacco.
So you're like, okay, there's a positive.
We can have some competent football,
right?
Hopefully,
right.
And he still throws the most beautiful football. Have you seen from camp? Like all the oh my god!
If they didn't draft 2 rookie quarterbacks this year, I would be all in on Joe Flacco. I'd be like, let's see if he can play 2 more years.
That's the problem. That's what I was going to say. So we brought Joe Flacco back. Good. Then we bring in Kenny Pickett. Starting to look questionable. Like, what are we doing, guys? We didn't just bring him in. We traded assets for Kenny Pickett.
It's just his hands that look questionable. His hair's fine.
He does have good hair. I'll give him that. That's his like only redeeming quality is the dude's got great hair. Besides that, terrible quarterback, tiny hands, wears 2 gloves. Like, he's awful.
He's mobile.
But then they completely tanked the entire thing by one. You know what they did? They did what this front office always does. The Browns thought they were smarter than everyone in the room, and they outsmarted themselves and took Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round.
Oh, that's his guy. That's his guy.
I don't give a shit. Like, you could have got Dylan Gabriel in like the 5th or 6th round, and at that point, we aren't even having this discussion because we just took flyers on guys at the end of the. We're like, we don't care if one of them pans out. What the fuck? We don't give a shit.
You could have waited until the draft was over and signed Dylan Gabriel,
right? Like, Jesus Christ! Instead, we draft him in the 3rd round. Now we have to play him. Also, since when do you have to play 3rd round picks?
Quarterbacks, and you got a quarterback void.
It's just ridiculous. Like, That's my point. Is like they fucked it up. It was just fine if you just bring back Joe Flacco and just fill out with nobody's behind that, and you just say whatever. 100%. We're hoping for.
And you
Arch
can even
Manning
make a case then to say like, could they be active in free agency? Maybe they get an undrafted free agent that comes in that does really well.
Instead,
you start to build that veteran laden team that maybe like the end of the Mangini years. Like it wasn't good, but like they had enough core that they were like mediocre, and you can kind of like it's competitive, watchable football.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the moment you drafted 2 new quarterbacks, now you got to go. I mean, as much as I like Joe, and Joe, to his credit, has continued to be the consummate professional the entire time he's been here. He's saying, look, I'm not here to be a coach. I'm not here to be a mentor. Like, I'm here to play. And I love this town.
Deshaun Watson, take notes.
Yeah, like I love this town. Cleveland was great to me the last time I was here. I'm excited to finish my career here. Like he's done and said.
I like the part. I like the quote. He's like, no, I don't look at them as just like another stop in my career. I'm a Brown for life.
Yeah, he's endeared himself to this. He's done all the things right.
Do you think when he makes those comments, he just like smirks to himself? He's like,
he just knows he's stoking the flames.
Yeah, he's just like, these guys fucking love me.
Like I genuinely like the guy.
Fuck it, let's get a Joe Flacco jersey up here.
I've been saying up until this year, like he's the best quarterback I've seen in a Browns uniform in my lifetime.
I agree.
Period. It was the magical run they went on at the end of that year. And that's what pains me now to look at it and go, here's a guy that I want to root for, that I want to see play, that there was a beautiful football, but I need the other 2 young guys to play. I need to see what I have, because I'd rather get through this year and turn the page on both of those guys if they both blow and go, let's figure it out next year. We'll either draft somebody or sign somebody. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out then. But I need to know, because I can't take both of these guys into next season and do the same damn thing. Yeah, I agree.
Look, here's the deal. It just pains me every time you talk about the legend that is Cleveland Browns quarterback Joe Flacco. Because that run, like, and the other saying that we've thrown around about that run is like, I wish you knew the good times when you were in the good times, or whatever, however it goes.
Andy Bernard.
Yeah, like that was it. That was legitimately the most fun I've ever had watching the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, it was a blast.
It was awesome.
It was a magical run.
And now here we are with all this fuckery and nonsense going on, and only the Browns could mess up this situation so badly. Like, it was pretty simple. You just, like I said, you bring in Joe Flacco, you bring in some veterans, and you just say, if we lose, we lose. We're going after Arch Manning, and you just accept it. And here we are.
And
worst period situation period ever period.
And what's made it worse is the circumstances have gone completely against them in this, because Shedeur has been decent at camp. Like, the reports,
he still throws. In college, he threw 70%. All camp long, he's thrown at 70%.
Incredibly
and then he got Dylan Gabriel coming in here and throwing at 25%. And somehow Shedeur can't get any reps.
A number of reports that the locker room likes, and the guys in the locker room like him, that, like he's a good presence in the locker room. It seems like Dion, for the most part, has kind of kept his.
And he actually commented on that. He's like, no, I told my dad that I need time to, more or less. He's like, I need to be me, and I need to do my thing, and just.
So, like, the circus and all the stuff that came with him, like, kind of hasn't. He's excelled at camp more than
he's done so much throughout the community so far.
Yeah,
like, he's always out there.
And meanwhile, the reports every day are Dylan Gabriel sucks every day. He's getting smaller as we go.
Inaccurate.
He actually shrank 2 inches since he's been in camp. He's lost 14 pounds and shrunk 2 inches.
And now you got Kenny Pickett on the on the IR or whatever, the PUP list or whatever he is on at the moment, like, with his tiny hands. So it's just like everything that could compound negatively in this situation and it's just this powder keg of uncertainty, and
you know what the worst part about
it's
Kenny
not
Pickett
good
is?
For your football team.
You know what the worst part about Kenny Pickett is? He's got those tiny hands, and then he wears 2 gloves just to draw more attention to his tiny hands.
When your hands are that small, you have to.
It's like, I can't hold a football,
you need to stick them.
Have you seen the back-to-back of, like, Joe Flacco's hands and his hands on the football? It's just the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen.
It's like when I look at my son's hands on a football.
Yeah.
He's 2.
My son, he's 3 months old.
Yeah. The really tiny fingers. Just a little bit longer than Kenny Pickett's.
Do you want to keep talking about quarterbacks?
We can't. We got to.
Let's keep it moving.
Keep the show moving.
Camp standouts. I just wanted to throw 3 names out there because these guys by all accounts, have been phenomenal in camp, which there's not very many bright spots with this Browns team, so you got to talk about them when you see them. Number one, DeJuan Jones, big Thanos.
Lost 60 pounds, but he's still fat.
It's like he's kind of, you guys hanging out? But yeah, by all accounts, he's just been awesome in the preseason so far. They said he's like, nobody can get around him. He's really taking things seriously. Like he's kind of changed his tune or what, it's just different. It just feels different when it comes to DeJuan Jones this year.
Well, he had to take one of those shopping cart strollers out to the play last year.
Well, yeah. But no, I mean, they said that he's moving well, he's blocking everything, and he looks like he's ready to take that next step to be like the guy at left tackle this year. So.
Yeah, great. We thought he was going to do great things last year, and he just blew up.
And he was fat.
Just massive.
Yeah, big.
You can't just be the biggest guy. Being big doesn't equal tough.
Are we going to get in trouble for just talking about how big he was? I don't know.
Yeah, it's sports.
It's
I don't think there's any body dysmorphia in sports, is there?
I mean, you're an offensive lineman. Your job is to be 400 pounds.
Your job is to be a big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at least he's not, what's that, Desmond Williams or Watson in Tampa Bay that literally can't practice because he's too fat.
They're like, you can't practice. You are at an unsafe weight to play football.
He literally can't. He literally can't practice.
Yeah, he has to get down to a certain weight before they let him put on pads. Basically.
He's literally the NFL's biggest.
This is like Pee Wee football. Like you can't be over 140 pounds or whatever.
They don't want him dying of heat stroke or something?
Yeah. Desmond Watson, 464 pounds. 6'6", 464.
Holy
I guess he's kind of big.
He's lost 30 pounds since May, and he's still 464 pounds.
Nice.
Hell.
That's a man. But yeah, so good on Big Thanos there, trimming down and getting into more, a better playing shape to be able to play left tackle for us. Because we desperately need linemen. We know that. They were pretty good last year.
They did a lot to upgrade the offensive line in the offseason.
Did they?
This is news.
It's the same people. It's the same
Didn't they bring in like one or two guys?
It's the same core guys all last year where you're like, what happened to this offense?
Hey, but 2 years ago, those same guys were good.
Were really good.
Yeah.
Hence, ranked 32nd out of 32.
Running back behind them, but
no, who knows? I think we could safely answer like who was making who look good, Nick Chubb or the offensive line.
Yeah.
It was Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Anyways, next guy here, Carson Schweizinger, second round pick out of UCLA at linebacker, having a phenomenal camp. I mentioned we basically have no linebackers, no veteran presence in the linebacking room. At least we've got this guy because they're already talking about he's probably going to wear the green dot for the defense in his rookie season.
I mean,
hold on, not a big accomplishment seeing as he's the only linebacker left on the field.
Somebody has to wear the dot, Carson. You got to put it on your helmet, man.
No, I'm not taking away from what he's doing. He's having a really good camp.
Rise in the ladder by default.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think if you go back to like draft day and draft stock and what they anticipated him being, they kind of thought he was kind of a mix it up kind of guy that was going to be able to blitz packages and things. But so to think about him now as maybe being a stalwart in your defense.
Well, what's crazy is they did say that, but they also said like I know he was a second round pick. He was a pretty high pick, but even at the pick they got him at, they're like, this guy's a steal.
Well, no, they
production
thought he was a high caliber
like value wise.
They just didn't. A lot of the draft experts didn't anticipate him being a starter day one or a starting guy all season type deal. So
we'll see.
A lone bright spot there
because it is preseason. So, and speaking of it is preseason. Luke Floria here. Let's not take anything away from Luke Floria, but this is. I'm excited about this because he's a Kent State guy.
I'm excited about it because he's 5'8".
Yes, So, just real quick, a quote from Luke Floria because he's getting all this attention because he's having a good camp. And they asked him like, "How do you feel?" And he's like, "Look, the day I came out of the womb, I was a Browns fan." that was what he led with. So I thought that was pretty cool. He's a Mentor native. He went to Kent State. Was a standout for the worst team in college football. I guess that's pretty good, but. The downside, you mentioned it, he's 5'8", and so I mean, is he actually going to make the roster? This feels a lot like a couple of the guys in the past years that everybody's excited about, but then they end up on the practice squad.
And that was what I was going to say. Was I'm trying not to get too excited. I mean, again, I see all the same reports, and like it sounds like he's having a great camp, but we've had a lot of guys that had great preseasons as either wide receivers, running backs that you thought like this guy could really be something, and then they don't even make the roster. So the Browns will do the right thing and they will cut him.
They won't put him on the practice squad. They'll just cut him.
Yeah, they'll just cut him.
Yeah.
He'll end up on the roster of the Indianapolis Colts, and he'll rush for like 800 yards and catch 60 passes out of the backfield. And we'll be like, that guy, he was on our team. What? He was at one point.
I like that he's going.
Was a Cleveland Brown.
I like that he's going from a receiver to a running back. He's just going to rush for 800 yards.
Like he's going to be one of those guys that like.
Just going to Danny Woodhead him.
Yeah,
he's going to be the X Factor.
Kenny's mom gives Woodhead.
Sorry, Tina.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully one of these guys, really pans out and has a good year, because we don't really have a lot of guys in the Browns roster in general that I'm excited about right now. So
Myles
Garrett,
he got the bag.
I mean, the only upside to him getting the bag is like, hopefully now he's just like, I'm just going after sacks record. Like that's all I do now. And he, even though we win 4 games next year, he goes for 28 sacks. That'd be dope.
28.
Yeah, 28. I like that number.
I
How about Mason Graham?
He's just kind of been there. He's just. Have you heard anything? He's doing what he's supposed to do. He showed up and threw up, and then since then, he's had like a decent camp. He's been.
I've seen a lot of good reports.
But I mean, he was our top pick, so like I didn't really have him in there because he's our top pick.
He was talking some good noise about being in Cleveland, and he's here to be a legend in the defensive line.
I did see that. I like that. I like when they. A lot of these guys come in here with these lukewarm, like, yeah, I mean, I'm in Cleveland, I'm going to work hard, whatever. Like, I like when they sell out for I'm a Brown, whatever.
He's like, I want to be a Brown for life.
He's got to make up for the fact that he's from Michigan, right?
Well, that's true.
I was listening to a Jerry Jeudy interview, and they're like, so was Cleveland what you expected? And he's like, yeah, so I got here.
Is he talking like that?
Is Ozzy Osbourne here? And he ended with, yeah, it's what I expected. And he never truly answered the question. He just answered the question with the question, and never. It was great. I was cracking up.
That's sales 101. Is Cleveland what you expected? That's how you answer the question.
Never let them see who you really are.
Yeah. Nice.
I like Jerry Jeudy, by the way, but it was just funny the way he answered the question.
He's another kind of lone bright spot. Like I'm looking forward to watching him play this year.
And Joe Flacco throwing the ball, I think that could be pretty slick.
Amari 2.0 kind of connection.
Much better than Amari, because Amari was kind of, even at that point, like he was having a good year that year. But
he had a great year with Joe Flacco.
That was like,
that was the last good year.
Well, that's what they were. But they were saying Jerry Jeudy has had, like in his 6 seasons, he had 6 different quarterbacks. He's never had a consistent quarterback thrown to him.
Yeah, that's
you came to the wrong place to get a consistent quarterback thrown to you.
That's a guy that's had a raw deal. Because
imagine if I would have had someone good
doing a lot out there in Denver, but.
Real quick, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just moving forward because we got to get going with the show. Trade targets here. There are trade rumors. There's always trade rumors, big trade rumors with the Browns. It's just how it is. But Micah Parsons is one, and Terry McLaurin is the other one. So you think there's any truth behind any of these rumors, and do you think there's any realistic possibility that we could land either of those guys?
I love the idea of bringing either or both of those guys here. There's zero chance it's going to happen because the Browns still have an enormous dead cap problem. It's just not feasible, and this team's not going to contend. So the only thing you can offer these guys is money, which we really just don't have a lot to just throw around.
Right.
To bring in guys like that. So as much as it would be super cool, I'll probably trade for him in Madden. but it's not going to happen in the real world.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm kind of with you. I don't think either of them's going to happen. If there's one I would like to see, it's actually, you guys know I'm a huge Ohio State fan, but it would actually be Micah Parsons. Because
I agree.
To have a dominant rusher, I said this all offseason before the draft and everything, that's like my pipe dream for the Browns. Just have a dominant rusher opposite of Myles Garrett, to where you can't double team him every single time because there's this guy over here that you have to worry about. He's never had that. Even with Jadeveon Clowney, when Jadeveon Clowney was playing well, you didn't have to double team Jadeveon Clowney. You could still double team Garrett, and maybe he took a little bit of pressure off him or whatever. But have a true dominant force on the opposite side would be amazing.
And as much as I love Scary Terry, and as much as Denzel was lobbying to bring him here, he's in the analytics world. He's going to be 30 in September, so this just...
That already tells you the Browns probably are not real high on him.
Yeah, well, and the fact is, we really haven't seen a lot of, receivers post 30 put up big numbers in recent history. Nope. A lot of teams have had success with the wide receivers, but younger guys.
They got, they kind of, reinforced their belief in that with Amari Cooper, because Amari Cooper fell off a cliff as soon as they got rid of him.
Yeah.
So... I guess it was kind of why we still had him, and then we traded him. But
he was disgruntled.
Yeah. I already talked about PFF ranking us as the worst team in the league. Are we the worst team? That was the question that was going to go with that. Are we the worst?
Not yet, but we will be.
Do you think we finished this season as the worst?
So much of it depends on the quarterback room, right? If Dylan Gabriel is the truth, and he wins 9 games this year, then you won't be the worst team in the league.
He's not.
But if Joe Flacco plays 4 games, Dylan Gabriel plays 4 games, Shadur Sanders plays 4 games, and then Kenny Pickett finishes the season, you're probably the worst team in the NFL.
What's your guy?
Deshaun Watson comes in week 17, 18. You're probably the worst.
Another 5 quarterback season.
Dylan Gabriel being the truth. I can't believe you would use the nickname The Truth.
You after Ben Tate.
Ben Tate. That's the only other guy I've ever heard you call The Truth.
I got burned on that one.
Big time.
I told Ben Tate he was the truth on Facebook every day for a whole year. I was so excited, and he just totally flamed out.
As soon as he got here.
I was excited for him, too. I thought he was going to be great.
He was good.
Yeah, Ben Tate. That guy's pretty good.
I miss Ben Tate. I wonder what Ben Tate's doing right now.
Ben Tate, if you're listening, you're not.
Let's get him on.
All right, that's my goal this year.
We got to get Ben
Former
Tate.
Browns running back Ben Tate.
I'm excited about it. I want Ben Tate.
I'll see what I can do.
I still like Ben Tate. He just didn't pan out here. But
was he on the
please
team
don't
for
listen
at least
to this.
a year?
I don't know if he made it a full year.
Did he not make it a full year?
I don't know.
Half a year?
I'd have to look. He's the truth, though.
Please don't listen to this episode before you come on, Ben Tate.
Look, I'm not saying anything bad about Ben Tate. I still like Ben Tate. I still think he's the truth.
He just wasn't the truth here.
It just didn't work out here. Which,
he was great.
Who was the last person that Cleveland worked out for?
I was going to say, if you were going to say running back and then you changed it to person because nobody works out.
It worked out great for Baker Mayfield, and we were like, that ain't good enough.
Yeah, we're not looking just to be good. We want to win Super Bowls.
He's taking the team to the playoffs and winning playoff games, and we're like, what is it?
We need to upgrade.
We got to upgrade
right now.
Greed is one of the deadly sins, isn't it?
It's up there. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that's what happened. From our resident theologian over there, it's not good.
Andrew Barry, another reason you suck.
Anyways, let's do a quick preseason. I'll call it air quotes preview. Here's our preview for the Browns versus Panthers this week, which will be the day after this comes out. Are you guys looking at anybody in this game? Who are you excited to see? Give me one guy that you want to see what they could do.
I'll let you guys go first.
Bone, we'll start with you. Just anybody.
First guy I thought of was Cedric Tillman. Is this the year he's going to show us he's a number 1 wide receiver?
We say it every year.
Is this the year?
He's got the same problem that Scary Terry or Jerry Judy's going to have is who's throwing him the ball. So
I think
I got you.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman, that's a good one. Make or break year for him, right?
We need a guy like Cedric Tillman to step up and be a compliment to Jerry.
He has the tools.
They didn't do a whole lot.
If I had a quarter for every time I heard that somebody had the tools in Cleveland,
he would probably be a plumber.
Like everybody here has the tools, and we ain't built shit since 1984.
We're building a new stadium.
We ain't got the tools.
Which I am against now, by the way.
Tell us why. Tell us why.
I have been on the record as a stalwart advocate for moving to Brook Park and building the dome.
He was so stalwart, he was an advocate instead of an advocate.
Did you see the projected price tag
advocate.
or something?
No.
Tickets?
Here's what happened. I'll tell you what happened.
I sent the story to you, Bone. You must not have read it.
Against this.
I didn't read it.
No, you did. You commented on it, but you didn't read it.
Long time Cleveland iconic eatery, Captain Taco.
No, not Captain Taco.
Captain Taco is being forced into closure because their land lease essentially wasn't renewed by the proprietor. because the Dome is coming to Brook Park, and they know the Haslams are going to come calling. They're going to probably build a parking lot there at least, and they're going to make way more money off of that than Captain Taco's, $2,000 a month they get from selling nitro sauce. And that will burn your bottom, but it is delicious on the
No more. It will burn your bottom no more.
I mean, this place has been open for 50 years in Cleveland, and I swear to you, like, it is not a place, like, it's literally across the street.
Did it say when it actually closes?
August 12th or 14th. So we got about a week
I gotta
to go
get there.
Some tacos.
Burning River Sportscast road trip live from Captain Taco.
I mean, this place does not look like a place you want to go in and especially eat inside of. It's across the street from like the dirtiest strip clubs.
You've instantly talked me out of this venture.
It looks like a public restroom on the outside.
Oh, okay.
And when you go in, which I don't even think they reopened their dining room after COVID, but when you used to go into Captain Taco, there was about 8 seats in the dining room. So it just had a real homey feel. They've got all kinds of,
who's home? Like that person that that's just really dirty?
Aviator, like Top Gun, tchotchkes and signs and stuff. And it was just a cool, fun, very like Cleveland place. And they make the best damn taco you've ever had.
Let me get this straight. You just named all that stuff. You said this is the most Cleveland place. You named all the things that are terrible about
I'm saying it doesn't look appealing, but it is the best.
Delicious.
There you go.
It is an absolute gem.
I get what you're laying down
for
now.
where it's at, the part of talent it's like. It is an absolute iconic gem. And look, let's be honest, they're probably struggling. But they're not out of business. They're being forced to close because they can't stay in their building anymore, which is a damn shame.
And they're not reopening somewhere else.
They're not really in a position to reinvent themselves, and they probably don't have the capital and stuff for that. So, but it's just a shame because they really do make the best taco in Cleveland. Anywhere for my money. I mean, I love a trashy taco.
I think we should start a campaign that the Haslams should buy them a food truck.
They should at least. Well, I saw some joking, maybe they'll have a Captain Taco in the stadium.
Yeah,
they could open the taco stand as
that'd be cool.
In Haslam land.
If they open a Captain Taco in Cleveland Browns Stadium,
I'm sure everyone
would spend the entire game shitting themselves.
I'm sure Jimmy.
We would really be the Browns.
Brown helmets, brown tacos,
Brown Stadium,
brown toilet bowls.
I'm sure Jimmy has a cash injection though that could keep them afloat for a while. So I would like to see them resurrect them in some way. If nothing else but a food truck outside the stadium would be awesome. But
he's got a lot of unclaimed funds. If I
a lot of rebate money still out there. I'm devastated that Captain Taco is closing. So I am now against the move.
We went down this rabbit hole, but the question was, who are you looking forward to seeing the preseason game? We got from our board man, the Bone Man,
Mr. Tillman,
Cedric Tillman. I'm gonna go with. Not that I like him and I want to see him play, but I'm going to go with Dylan Gabriel because I just kind of want to put him out of his misery. I don't know if he's going to play because he's got a hamstring issue now. I'm just ready for this guy to be done. I want everybody to see him, and for the first impression that everybody gets of him is he's going against 4-string guys, and he still can only complete 25% of his passes. I'm done with it. So Dylan Gabriel's my guy.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise. I mean, every preseason game, if you ask me this 3 times, it's all during the it's the quarterback room. I don't have a dog in the fight. Somebody's got to play well. Somebody has to become the starter before week 1. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who's going to play themselves out of a job or into a trade and look, let's be honest. There's a lot of talk about, the Browns have 5 quarterbacks. They're going to have to trade one of them. No team in the NFL is going to entertain a trade because they know they're going to have to cut some of these guys. You can't take 5 quarterbacks in your active roster in the season. So, but for me, it's just watching this debacle at quarterback play out. I don't know who's going to play well or play poorly, and I just can't wait to watch it. Yeah. Because it's the one kind of interesting storyline outside of the fact that this team is just not going to be very good this year.
They're not going to be good. And with that, quick AFC North news. The Steelers have DK Metcalf. They also have Aaron Rodgers. Apparently, he's looked like hot garbage so far. But apparently, Will Howard has looked good, which we all called over here. So
I heard he trimmed down and was eating vegan and stuff. And he was feeling like he was 25.
He may feel that way. Literally every report out of camp is the Steelers are alarmed at how terrible Aaron Rodgers is.
Wow.
So
look,
but Will Howard looks good. Apparently,
I mean, a bad Aaron Rodgers is still probably better than any quarterback that's played in Cleveland in the last 20 years.
Plus, Myles Garrett jinxed the Browns. They asked him about Aaron Rodgers being in the AFC North, and he said, sounds like a chance to put him in the graveyard. So we're probably going to get beat by 40 each time we play him.
How much taller is Will Howard than Dylan Gabriel?
Probably like
6 feet.
Like 8 inches?
Yeah, I think it's like 8 inches, yeah. I think it legitimately is. I think he's like 6'6", and Dylan Gabriel's
that's pretty tall.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I think they list him at 5'10", and he's really 5'8". Because there ain't no way he's as tall as me.
No, there's no way he's as tall as Johnny Manziel.
No.
No.
So, but yeah, so that's the Steelers do have Mike Tomlin still, so they'll probably be at least 500.
Yeah, they'll be 500. They'll probably make the playoffs.
The Ravens
they won't win a playoff game, but they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, the Ravens are still the Ravens, and if them being good wasn't enough, they are also one of the top candidates to land Micah Parsons if he actually becomes available.
Which makes total sense.
Yeah.
Would be a perfect fit in Baltimore.
Yep. And then the Bengals, they are apparently the top pick team to return to the postseason this year. But again, they don't have an offensive line, and they're the Bengals. So
I mean, Joe Burrow can cover up a lot.
Yeah.
I think they could be one of the worst. Like when you think about are the Browns the worst team in the NFL this year? I think the Bengals could be in the top 10, like bottom 10.
All accounts,
unless Joe Burrow but he played out of his mind last year. Yeah. They started slow, but
I'm having deja vu with them because a lot of people were talking them up last year, if you remember, and they talked about how great their defense was all through the preseason, all leading up to the season. Their defense was one of the worst in the NFL. So
yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be that way again.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith.
But anyways, that's the AFC North.
Those are the two
games. They'll all finish ahead of us. The Browns are finishing last.
Those are the two games that we'll probably win as the Bengals.
And we'll still finish last.
We'll still finish.
Yeah. So
are the Bengals just still getting Super Bowl love from whatever 4 or 5 years ago when that was?
Probably.
I feel like that they still are just riding.
It's because Joe Burrow's still there.
And Joe Burrow
he took him to a Super Bowl. So.
Yeah. But
and he truly, I mean, he is. Let's be honest, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
There's Jamar Chase is there.
Yeah,
I mean, they've got some talent on that team. I don't think outside of the quarterback and wide receiver, like I don't think they have anything else that puts them in the top tiers of the. I mean, to compete with teams like Kansas City, like.
No.
It's just not. Or with Baltimore. Like, I don't see that.
I agree. So the Browns are going to suck, but here's some exciting news. Burning River Sportscast is giving away a David Njoku autographed jersey this year. So,
that's right.
For the third year in a row, we are giving away autographed Browns memorabilia. We usually do it during the offseason. This year, we're going to do it to kick off season 4 for us. And I kind of mentioned it earlier. I kind of let the cat out of the bag, but we're also going to do a Myles Garrett sign something giveaway later this season as well.
Yes.
So.
But this is actually really big news, though.
Yeah.
Because this is in coordination with a new show sponsor.
Yes.
For this season.
So the David Njoku autographed jersey was provided by Primetime Sports and Framing, located a stone's throw from Tappan Media over there in Kent, Ohio. So they are located in Kent. They have a location in the Belden Village Mall.
Yeah.
They do a lot of autograph signings out of there. They do a lot of autographs signing like shows all across the country. So you'll hear us on our social media and on here talking about them and the different shows they have coming up.
If there was anything you ever wanted that was Browns memorabilia, these guys have it.
Yeah, a matter of fact, this weekend they have a meet and greet autograph signing event with Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall of the Indiana Fever in the WNBA, if you're not familiar with who that is. So it's taking place in Indianapolis, Indiana. Like I said, they travel the country, but they do a lot around here. They especially do a lot with the Cleveland Browns. So check them out. Also, if you have any gear that you need framed, that's one of their biggest services that they provide is framing. We don't have it up yet, but we got something coming for the studio, so you guys will see that. And just so you get a quick preview for anybody watching the YouTube cut, we do have you can see it here. We're actually going to self-frame this one for you guys. But we got a David Njoku signed jersey, number 85 there. See the autograph? Kind of see it. I don't know if you can see it.
Show the name on the back.
But yeah, so.
Embroidered.
Real nice.
It's real nice.
Got it at Primetime Sports. But we'll be giving that away. So how do we get entered, Kenny?
How do we get entered?
You got to be subscribed on YouTube.
You have to be subscribed on YouTube.
Because it's a giveaway for our YouTube subscribers.
You can't be entered.
Yeah. I'll post on, just keep an eye out on our social media. By the end of this week, there'll be some details out there about how you can earn bonus entries with the other other social media platforms that we're on.
But the only requirement to be entered is to follow us on YouTube.
Correct. So, the handle there at Burning River Sportscast. That's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Look for at Burning River Sportscast and Burning River Pod if you're on X. Finally, here let's kind of wrap things up. You want to do the what have you learned?
Yeah, it's been a long off season, right? So obviously a lot of Browns news, which we just covered, but there's just also been a lot of stuff going on. So let me ask you, Bone.
Ooh.
It's been a long off season. What have you learned?
One of the more consistent things I did over this off season was read Harry Potter.
Nice
to my kids, and
the books are. I know that
you learned about Azkaban.
I know you weren't impressed with the movies, Kenny. The books are so much better. You got to read them,
dude. That's what I learned. It's like I'm watching these movies, and we'll read the book, and then we'll watch the movie, and they leave everything out. Everything.
And the movies, I think, are solid. I actually really enjoy them.
I liked them growing up.
The books are so much better.
But yeah, so I've been nerding out on that, and I'm looking forward to the HBO series now that they're coming out with, because I think it's going to be
you'll be able to get more detail,
way more intense, way more detail.
It'll be a little bit darker, I think, than the movies were.
So just something I can do with my kids, and maybe one day we'll do the Universal thing. But
are they bringing back the actual guy that looks like Harry Potter?
No, it's all new characters. I think they already have it planned, for them to get older as they film it.
If there was ever a person who was born to be typecast. He literally looks like the drawing on the book.
Absolutely. Universal's dope, by the way. We've been there multiple times.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard it's sweet. And then the whole epic and everything with the new Harry Potter stuff. We want to go do that one day. But the guy who plays Trinity Killer in Dexter.
Lithgow.
Yeah, he's playing Dumbledore in the new series.
I love Lithgow.
On HBO.
Wow, I actually can't even picture that, so I'm going to have to...
Yeah, I'm excited.
He's a good actor, and I like John Lithgow a lot. So we'll see how he. Hopefully, he does it well. Instead of in the movies, they make Dumbledore like the I'm talking about, like the infamous scene where he screams at Harry Potter when he's like the most gentle, nice guy in the books. And
I just the Harry Potter universe is so expansive.
I'm in it now, man. I love it.
It's too much. It feels like too much of a commitment to try to be a part of it, because
it's good.
I have to learn so much. It's like. My head is full of useless American history and world history and geography and stupid like other things that I just don't have.
In general, I think you're more of a nonfiction type of guy.
Well, it's like Tolkien and the whole Middle Earth.
Don't even get me started. We could be here all night. I'm actually reading the Silmarillion right now, so
or even the MCU. It's so much investment to just learn. You're relearning the laws of gravity inside of these worlds.
The Silmarillion covers it's something stupid like 4,800 years of history.
Yeah, I can't.
I've listened to it. I'm lost in it. I don't.
We'll talk, Bone.
It's so.
That's another one.
That was a long time.
If you take the time to understand it and get to that, the story of Lord of the Rings and all of Middle Earth and everything is just so in depth that you could spend a lot of time there.
The trilogy of the original trilogy of movie, was in depth enough that I was immersed.
Yeah,
and I was like, I could live in Middle Earth.
Listen, the movies had a few mistakes, but the score to that movie was the best score ever written for. And they were great, and even
a lot of the special effects and stuff. Those movies were made in the early 2000s.
Still hold up.
They still hold up pretty good.
The one that doesn't is Legolas sliding down an elephant, but it's not actually called an elephant. I forget what it's called, but the Legolas sliding down, I think, looks pretty crazy now. But
it's Middle Earth.
Yeah. It's Middle Earth.
I commend you guys for having the patience and the wherewithal to just work through those, because it just to me getting that invested just feels like work.
Well, I love reading, so I literally
you
read
are
all
a
the
big
time.
reader.
Well, I never read the books, so I like reading them now, and then it's just something I get to do with my girls.
I feel like isn't it nice because it's an easy thing to read. It was such a big task when you were younger. Now it's like an easy thing to read to them.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you've come into reading more as an adult too, because we didn't read a lot as kids.
No, not at all.
And I still don't. I read essays and news and things like that, but I can't sit down and read a 300-page book. I just can't.
We cliff noted everything growing up.
Right.
We didn't read that.
Spark notes, baby.
Spark notes. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
now you just have AI.
Yeah, now it just reads it to you. And you just ask, what was the green light in The Great Gatsby? AI's like, I got this one.
So you learned that you love Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
Is that what you learned?
Yep.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, okay.
Red Hot Ronnie Jams. It's been a long off season. What have you learned?
I learned that the Epstein files didn't exist.
Here we go.
And he really did kill himself. So,
The biggest conspiracy outside of the moon landing is
not a conspiracy at all.
not a conspiracy at all.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, that was a shocker. Yeah. Nothing to see.
No, to be honest, I learned that if anybody tells you that it's not that hard going from one kid to two, they're fucking lying. It's hard.
Like a lion?
Yeah. Like it's it's hard. They're really lying. Yeah, they're really lying. But no, I mean, it's been great, and that's not a complaint at all. It's just
You want to give them back?
no, not at all.
You start over. do a do-over.
No, it's not a
That
complaint
one
at
back
all.
and do another
It's
one?
not a complaint at all. I love my kids, but it's just I mean, it's just so time. Like it's hard. It's difficult. It takes all of your attention, all of your energy, and I mean, I'm just saying it is what it is, and I love having my kids, and I love them, and they're awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's just hard.
Parenting is one of those weird
I'm drained all the time.
That like, there's really no good way to prepare for it.
No,
Just all of a sudden you're responsible for other human life. And teaching them everything they're ever going to know.
And the weirdest thing is that people told me this all the time. I never understood it until I was dad. Like the smallest thing, and you're like, this is why I'm a dad. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it is rewarding in that way. Because like I went back and forth for a while. I mean, we put off having kids for a minute, and it was good. Like from a career standpoint, we got to travel and stuff when we were first married. But like, I wish we had done it earlier. Now that I have my own. It's you can't really explain it, but it is. But it is hard, and there's like so much pressure in just the job of being dad. Like you go from husband and supporter and doing stuff around the house and whatever, but to like I'm literally in charge of making sure you're alive. And that's not a burden that anyone should have. Yeah. And the thing is we've been doing it for millennia, and we still don't really know. Like, it is
wild to me
your
how
kids grow up to be serial killers.
Like nobody told us.
Sometimes they grow up to be the president of the United States.
Like what did you do leading up to? We literally asked everybody like, what advice do you have? And people would give you the surface level like, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. No fucking idea once it started. I was like, what the hell did I get myself into?
You just make it up as you go.
Yeah, but I mean, it is awesome. That's not to dissuade anybody from having a second kid.
And these kids,
it's so much fun. It's awesome. The way our daughter interacts with our son is just awesome to see. So
the worst part is these kids have full-hearted trust in you.
Oh yeah,
ill-placed.
You are the safety blanket.
Ill-placed.
You can fix anything. You can make anything better.
My kids' worlds are going to be rocked when they grow up and they realize
they're like, we're doing.
Wow, we thought Dad walked on water. The rest of the world thought he was a complete idiot.
Because I can still go back to my childhood.
He had this Browns podcast and he just didn't make any sense.
And like I looked at my dad, my mom the same way. It's like, man, they just know everything. Like they just can do anything. And
well, let's be fair. Now that we're older, we know Ted was faking it 99% of the time.
but like you grow up with that innocence of like, man, like they had this all planned.
Yeah.
And then you're in that position and you're like, you are totally winging it, doing the best you can every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a wild experience.
It is. So that's what I learned. If you're thinking about having a second kid, just do it. It's awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. Kenny, what'd you learn?
I learned, and I'm not condoning cheating on your spouse.
Oh God, we went from mine to yours. Things got dark fast.
I'm not condoning cheating on your spouse.
How do we always just turn into just like you're the worst human being I know?
But here's what I've learned: if you are cheating on your spouse in a public forum,
I see where this is going,
and the camera lands on you,
play it cool.
Don't react. Don't react. The worst thing you can do is go, oh God, the guys.
Everybody scatter.
Everybody sees us. Like, if you just would have just carried on, like, No one would probably even know you exist. But the moment you go, no, you're outed in front of everybody. Yeah. You're a meme forever.
I couldn't believe they blamed the singer of the band. Like,
in his statement, he was like,
serious?
I think this is ridiculous that they would do that to
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I think it's ridiculous you would cheat on your wife, you piece of shit.
It just seems like a good life lesson, though. Like, if you're doing something you're not supposed to, and you end up getting, in a public forum on the Jumbotron,
play it cool.
Just act like you're supposed to be there.
Act like you've been there.
Isn't it just amazing how something like that becomes like world news? You know what I mean? And just like
you become a meme
every
overnight.
single person on the planet knows about this.
How bad do you think?
It's like planking. Like when that was a thing. Like that's the equivalent.
I am not at all saying I feel bad for this guy.
No,
not at all. But how wild is it that this dude spent his entire life building up this company, like creating this company? He's a co-founder, created this company, built it up,
all thrown away over a Coldplay concert.
Yeah.
Wow. You really fucked up, bro.
Yeah. Like I feel bad for like the kids, especially. It's like it sucks. Like dad's this pariah now.
I don't feel bad for him at all. I feel bad for the kids.
Their whole life,
I feel bad for the kids, and I feel bad for his wife, his ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife. And I don't feel bad for him.
But like the internet can just not let this go. I mean, to the point where now it's like a thing. It's like the kiss cam at games.
Well, you see, Coldplay went back to it. And Coldplay in their next one was like, you guys belong together. Like, and then the Phillies, the mascots did it there. Is that what you were going with?
They're all doing it in the stadium now. It's like you put people on a camera and they're like, oh no. It's like
to the point where it's almost overdone.
Oh yeah.
And now we're talking
way overdone now.
Now we're talking about it.
That's what we do here on the Burning River Sportscast. We overdo it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I learned this offseason.
That's how we should open the show. If you guys can.
We overdo it.
We overdo it.
All right, and so this season, you also want to bring in, you told me about this before the show, you wanted to start a new segment, right?
Yeah, well, we'll probably mix in some new segments here and there, but
we'll rotate our segments a little bit, I think, this year.
We'll get back to some of our, our stalwarts as the regular season picks up. But
this one's called Can We Talk About This?
Yeah, can we talk about this? What are we talking about?
We got to pause for a sounder.
Oh.
Can we talk about this?
Can we talk about this?
Is this like touchy subjects, or is this just like
this could be anything? This could be anything.
Just something that needs to be talked about.
Okay.
This is just okay. So I'm going to do the first one here, and this probably isn't what you were going for, but this is what I'm going to talk about because I was looking for a place to put this into the show this week, and I couldn't find one until you brought this segment to my attention. So I had a close family member that was in the hospital for an extended stay recently, right? Like some serious health problems. Like they were in there for a while.
Sure.
I go to visit them.
I can already tell this is going to be fun.
I go to visit them, and the first thing that they say is, I was mortified. This new nurse came in, and the first thing he did was he had to wipe my ass. And I looked at him, and I said, real power move, huh? He walks in the door. First thing on his shift, he said, wipe my ass. I said, did you look him in the eye while you were doing it? And so my question, can we talk about this, is making, like, if they were unable to do it. If you're able to do it, would you still make the nurse at the hospital wipe your ass just as a power move? That's what I'm going.
Would I make a nurse wipe my ass for no reason?
Yeah.
Just to establish dominance?
Yes. And that was the line I used. I said establishing dominance, huh? Yeah. You gotta show them the pecking order right from the get. Like you answer to me.
Is your ass shitty?
Yeah.
Like you shit yourself?
Yeah.
You shit yourself on purpose to make someone wipe your ass?
In this scenario.
You didn't call the nurse button.
No,
you didn't ask for a latrine.
No,
you were
no.
like,
So,
shit myself right here to establish my dominance, my dominion over you.
You see why it's good?
You are an hourly employee, and you will wipe my ass because I am in this bed.
Right, real power move. That's what I said. No, my family member was incapable at the moment, but I'm saying now it's given me ideas for future stays. So what are your thoughts here?
I honestly am flabbergasted.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
You can't establish dominance. I really thought Kenny would be all for this. I thought he would be like, yes, I
Is
love
there
this.
another way to establish dominance?
That was my question. Like
Like,
once you're in there, you're in a pretty vulnerable spot. So how do you win back the power?
You order extra food.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's weak, man.
No, it's not.
like, could you pee on the floor?
Where do we draw the line? You say I can't tell the nurse to wipe my ass, but I can tell the kitchen to make me more food.
You are an hourly employee. You will make me an extra cheeseburger.
Like, how is that different?
I'm paying $2,000 a night to stay here in this place.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
The one's really gross.
I want some extra ham, damn it.
The story I want to talk about is just the fact that I was laughing about my family member establishing dominance, and it turned into this. I was like, maybe I should ask the question: Is that the way? Is that the route? Is that what you do?
I mean, to be honest, a lot of weird shit has crossed my mind.
Is this not one of them?
This has not made the list.
But now you're thinking about it. You're like, I guess.
But now that it has, I mean, like, is there a primal aspect to that? Like, does that happen in nature, where animals will shit on each other just to establish dominance? Like,
Probably.
is that what monkeys do when they?
I don't know. So, like, when my family member told me this, that was my instant. Like, they thought it was funny, and I was like, I said this. It started as a joke, but then I was like, no, seriously, did you like?
I mean, and then to look them in the eye,
yeah, like
while they were doing it,
right.
Man, that's a whole level of fucked up.
Because they were like, again, family members like, I'm embarrassed. And I was like, why? Like, why? If anything.
Let me get this straight. You wanted to ask us this question to see our reaction because you wanted to placate yourself because in your mind, when you heard this story about a real life incident where someone was vulnerable and needed help, your immediate instinct was you shouldn't have felt that way. You should
turn this around.
should have established a dominance.
Yeah.
Gangster.
Right.
I can't do this. Show's over. Show's over.
That's the show.
That's the
so
show.
Be sure to check out our gear, www.thetappenmedia.com/shop. And that'll do it for us. Kenny, what can we expect next week?
Oh, God. We're going to talk about the preseason, how it is progressing. I'm sure some people, probably will disappear from the team over the next couple of weeks. So we'll talk about the dearly departed as they go, any other Browns news, and all that good stuff as we work our way into the regular season.
All right. So with that, check us out on social media. Tappin Media is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Tappin Media and Burning River Sportscast. That's This podcast is on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Burning River Sportscast and on X at Burning River Pod. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Podcast Castro, Good Pods, where you're number one ranked football podcast, and so many more. I think that'll do it for us.
That'll do it.
I think this is the first episode with no facts for days.
Yeah, we'll bring back facts.
You got a fact? Just one fact off the top of your head. Ready? Go.
Just one fact off the top of my head?
Come on, we need one. Facts for days.
One fact. About what?
I got one. They just officially named the 9th planet.
Really?
Did you see that?
They do this all the time.
No, this is like for real. They hadn't been able to see it because its orbit is so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't see it, it really doesn't count.
It counts though.
No.
It's a planet.
I did see that there's something in space that is heading towards us that they're not sure exactly.
A lot of
what it
space
is.
shit lately. Yeah.
Yeah, like when the Epstein files disappeared, there was their alien sighting.
This might be a probe.
Yeah, I've seen different reports that they're like this may or may not be natural, whatever that means. So yeah, I don't know.
You're the worst at facts for days. Bone, how do you feel?
I'm getting sleepy. Good night. Bon appetit.
Nice.
Bone, welcome back. It's been a long summer.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's been a long, hot summer.
long,
That sounds like part of the problem.
hot, wet American summer.
Yeah.
Don't be a part of the problem. Be the whole damn problem.
And only you can prevent river fires. Burning River Sportscast.
Burning River
Sportscast.
Burning River Sportscast.
In a world
Premier Sportscast.
where sports
for Northeast Ohio.
Like a razor with
we turn to
blades.
Burning River
Shaves you so
Sportscast.
close, like a baby's bottom.
Good night, Cleveland.
Burning River Sportscast. Good night, Cleveland.
Good night, Ak.
Quiet on set.
I now have two loves in my life. Big city living and a voodoo woman named Phyllis.
I didn't think we'd be getting into Brad Pitt's ass. I can't even say it.
I didn't think we'd be getting into Brad Pitt's ass.
Yeah, didn't think we'd get in there.
We talk a lot of analingus on this show.
So put your right foot in and take your right foot out. Then put your right foot in and shut the hell up because it's not time for the hokey pokey. It's time for the Burning River Sportscast.
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboat son of a bitch. You old sailor, you.
You know what I was thinking during that interview?
What were you thinking? Nothing because you don't have thoughts because you're a brainless idiot.
Wow.
My name is Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
By the way, I want my foreskin back.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Women's Guide to Anal Sex, and it was the second edition. Who makes the second edition?
The weather outside is weather.
The other one, the finger eating food fingers.
Oh my God! My house is full of shit! He shit everywhere!
Yes.
Ejaculate all over my body and my genitals.
Yes.
Oh no! We suck again!
You don't need fundamentals when you got heart.
And Jesus.
And Jesus.
That's right.
Touchdown.
Number
Anyways,
one.
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
it's going down.
Down.
I'm yelling timber.
Goddamn jets.
Should we start a meat podcast of it, like
The meat pod.
slow roasted?
The leads are weak. The leads are weak. Fucking leads are weak. You're weak.
That we should send a team of oil core drillers a la Armageddon to Mars to have them access the newly discovered reservoirs of water trapped 7 to 12 miles under the surface that, when released, will cover the entirety of everything on the planet, less than a mile high.
All I do is win no matter what.
Erroneous on both counts. Oh Lord.
I mean, last year when I won and went home, my wife's pants hit the ground.
Wow.
But damn,
Well, I'm sorry, I hijacked your segment for a second to do some good podcasting.
You know why, mister? Because you drove a Hyundai to get here tonight. I drove an $80,000 BMW. That's my name.
I think we've officially lost all of our more conservative viewers. So I don't think they want to listen any longer.
This is
just happened?
it's Mother Nature.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Where's Logo Girl when you need her?
I desperately want to make love to
It's cheese.
We
girl.
need Cheese Girl now.
Down goes Anderson! Down goes Anderson!
Who's canceled now? Who's canceled now?
Probably me.
You making it for the fat people?
Not. Just you.
We're a whole race, basically.
No way. You just finger bang their salad. What?
You first get shocked, and then you get the shocker.
Hey, you like to see homos naked? That's cool, man. Whatever. No.
Most people, they're driving along and they're in between meals. They're like, I'm a little hungry. I'm going to have a granola bar. And he's like, I need a cheeseburger.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you were here?
Today's episode was brought to you by Towpath Bourbon. Towpath Bourbon, made from corn, barley, and just the right amount of rye. This blended straight bourbon whiskey is designed for the real bourbon lover. Intense notes of maple, cinnamon, vanilla, and oats hit you up front. Rich and intense, yet balanced all the way through with a strong and lingering finish. Great by itself, on the rocks, or in a Manhattan. Available locally in Northeast Ohio and online in 46 states. Visit towpath-distillery.com